Stampede has something to say.
Yeah, you don't drive a horse. Do you ride a horse?
You ride a horse.
What if you had a horse and buggy? What would that be called?
You ride a horse and buggy.
Do you drive? You don't ride it. Do you drive it?
You ride in a car. Well,
Do you drive a
steer a
car?
horse and buggy, I guess. Well,
If anybody out there is over 100 years old, let us know.
I feel. If it has wheels, I guess. I don't know. Well, I think you drive. Do you drive a boat? You sail a boat. Yeah,
Well, they're on the
you
fence.
sail a boat. So I think
You
you
can
guys,
sail a boat.
if it's got wheels, I'd say you
If
drive.
it has a sail on it, then you've got a boat without sails, right?
It's just a boat.
a motor.
Well,
boat.
it's still a boat.
So you might have to drive.
I'd say you
Yeah.
drive a horse and buggy, ride a horse.
Yeah.
I've heard people say that cruise ships aren't boats. You guys,
What are they then?
I don't know. People say they're just like floating luxuries, but they're not.
That's a boat.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But, like,
Titanic boat.
I've heard people say that, and like people back them up.
They're also very wasteful. Like, just don't go on cruises.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Forget the straw ban. Ban cruises.
I heard Disney cruises are pretty lit, but
I'm sure, but they're very wasteful. Right, Mikey D?
wasteful. Like, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just wasteful. What do you mean? Like,
Mikey D
Like
agrees with me.
fuel?
That
Are
means
you
I'm
talking
right.
fuel
yeah,
efficiency?
fuel. What are we talking wasteful?
Yeah, fuel, trash, all the stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
You can see that.
It's just a
it
floating
would definitely help out, but I feel
den
like
of sin.
I feel like the only thing that's gonna actually help the fuel crisis is moving to electric cars. Like, it
Yes.
significantly help it.
I agree. Is that a sticker up there?
What?
The WBI
Cody.
Yes,
sticker?
that is a sticker.
I see. What do you
Oh
say?
my God.
Electric cars?
Electric cars
Hey,
are probably the way of
hey,
the future
Stampede.
because one, they'll save people money in the long run. Especially when other companies get more competitive to make them. So we won't be wasting limited. We take limited natural resources and like use them in our cars. Like
See, I have three types of transportation now.
Fart
I have
travel?
What'd you say, fart?
Fart travel?
That,
Like you do.
that
slow.
blasts me forward, right?
That's
No,
the
we
whole
have my vehicle, of course. My legs,
of course.
do a lot of walking. And of course, not as much as I should, but I have my 7-speed Schwinn that I love, bicycle.
That is part.
That's one of the cool. That's one of my
Bikes are
prized possessions right
A
there.
lot of other countries use bikes as
Do you drive a
transportation.
bike?
You ride a bike.
You ride a bike.
You ride a bike.
You ride a bike.
I think anything that you have to manually move that without a motor is you ride it. You don't. You drive a car.
Now wait a minute.
So I could make.
I had
that
someone
The
cor-
motor drives the car, and you just steer it.
Well, it's definitely a language
you
thing.
still
Now
drive
here's
it,
one
though.
for you.
It's a language thing for sure. But
Good friend of mine,
Like
some
you do
years
the
ago,
king of
mentioned
language.
something about driving a motorcycle. He was right on
Right.
top of me like a duck on a June bug.
He was riding you like a duck on a June bug.
No, he was just not in my face, but he just sort
Do
of
ducks
corrected
ride
me.
June bugs?
I mean,
They eat them.
in this universe, sure. So,
You
yeah,
don't drive a horse,
No.
but you do
think we all agree
encourage
on
the
that.
horse to move
All right.
the way that you want it.
Dwayne
You
D
motivate
says
the horse.
cruise ship is a boat.
Yeah.
So he must be doing his
Cruise ship's a
homework right
boat.
now.
cruise ships are definitely a boat. I agree about. I've heard
It's a waste.
ludicrous people.
It is like the fart of boats. It's
The
very
fat
wasteful.
of boats. And those things are massive.
Yeah, they're
Huge.
Farts are boats.
farts are boats.
Well, he said those things are massive. So
Massive farts.
They are.
but
Boats.
A moose is just a
what do you-
horse with more
what about
weapons.
planes? Do you,
What about
you
planes?
ride planes? Or you
Fly
fly?
planes.
Yeah, exactly.
Fly planes.
If
But
you're a passenger.
a plane-
Unless you're a passenger, you're what would you be called?
You ride in a plane, but
Hey,
like that. Well, we're
you're-
talking. No, passengers don't count. We're talking about the person
Okay.
We
steering
need some
it.
audience and listeners
You drive a
participation out there. So
You
call us.
fly a plane.
Fly a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come you're
agrees.
in a movie but on a TV show?
Ooh.
Well, High C,
I think-
explain this to me.
Well, because
All right, you go
TV
first.
show, I think it has to do with how many. Like, there's only usually one movie that you
Yeah,
can be in.
that's what I was gonna think,
TV
yeah.
shows are multiple, so you're on it because it's a continuous thing. So you're kind of like on the ride of the TV show, the up and
Yeah,
down.
I agree with that.
Maybe you could say a movie on a
No, I
channel,
agree, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
on a TV channel,
on a TV channel.
or a TV station.
In news that should shock no
Correct.
one.
That's about as close as we can get, I think.
What's his name from SNL and what's her name from Ariana Grande broke up. That's a thing.
Pete Davidson?
Yeah.
That
That's
actually happened?
yeah. That didn't
That's.
surprise me at all.
I feel. she's been going through a tough time.
No, yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Love is dead.
They got engaged, I think, like 2 weeks into it.
That was quick.
Oh,
That was quick. That was bold.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande and Pete Watterson.
Who are those two?
Pete Anderson.
Celebrities.
Yeah.
One's like a pop star, one's a SNL star.
I mean, Saturday Night Live?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that since I don't know when.
I know.
Does it still suck?
That's up to you, I guess.
It kind of. It's not. It's not what it
As
was.
of the last many years, I would not know, and it probably is.
It's not what it was.
I don't really like sketch comedy, but I liked when they trashed Brett Kavanaugh.
Oh my God! Of course we go. Let's move on.
Mikey D.
Talk to me.
Mark is baiting Mikey D.
I would never. Not once would I ever do that.
I'm trying to think of something just to change the conversation if I can.
Yeah.
Mikey D.
We don't talk
Do
politics.
you have a story to tell us about the RCC?
The RCC.
Not the RCC, the other place. Yeah, the RCC.
Where we are right now.
Yeah. You said you got, what, 15
So, Mikey D,
65 years under
if you
your
were
belt?
giving a tour of Bridgewater State and you got to RCC, what would be like? You would point at it, what would you say?
He would start by saying you don't
Ah.
drive a horse.
Stand outside as I'm walking, and I'd stop.
You got
point
a
to the
group,
building,
you got
and
a group
I'd
of
say,
people that are about to come to BSU, and you're like, this building.
This building, 15 and a half years of unbelievable stories and good times.
Give us one, Mikey.
God.
Give us your best story. That
Best.
You've read.
Not even
It's
the
gonna
best.
take me a while to start because I wouldn't know where to start.
Just pick one. Did you guys hear Space Jam 2 is going to be a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You yelled that to me. Well, to us. Because we started talking about sports and out of nowhere I hear just Space Jam
Space Jam 2!
2! Oh, that's how you went down, but that's what I remember.
Hi, C. What's going on with the teens these days? Give us a teen update.
I'm 20.
Who do we got?
I don't know.
Mikey D is taking another
Yeah,
call.
look at the
I guess I'm the
closest
closest.
we have. What's
Uh,
going on in teen
Okay, when did it come home?
trends these days? Memes?
a lot of angst, a lot of memes,
A lot of
vape.
Any good,
Oh, man.
any good memes?
I don't-
these days?
I would know the trends if I was in high school, but I feel like the trends don't come to college anymore.
Mikey D,
Business call going in the background.
we
He's getting
are
endorsed. That's how
Getting
I'm-
endorsed.
on a TV show right now.
Oh, that is a
we got
loud
call.
phone.
Oh, all right.
I think Mikey D out of all of us would be the first one to be endorsed.
To be endorsed?
Be endorsed by somebody. Because he already endorses other places for free.
This episode has been brought to you by Jewel. Don't smoke, Jewel.
Because I left a message earlier, and if you call me
You
back...
gonna
you
read
can
my
have
notes for the show?
Let me read them out.
time tomorrow.
Let me read-
Pick one,
Okay, let me
and
see.
we're gonna do that one.
Okay.
Pick one.
You
all right.
All right. So for the listeners,
I just read one of them and it's ridiculous. Like that's it wouldn't even be
you
like
can
an
only read
it
one,
wouldn't be an argument.
and we do it. Okay. So for the listener, I take this show so seriously, and this
She's the old...
galoot
she's the oldest.
over here just takes personal phone calls in the middle of the show. I see he's doing his homework. Q's
Wait.
asleep. I don't know.
So
It's just me. Welcome to the Stampede Power Hour. I'm your host, Mark the Stampede.
I
Tonight,
want to
fan favorite.
This isn't the one I choose, but I want to. We just talked about it.
Yes,
The
tell me.
High C teen update.
Teen
so you
update.
were sitting around.
And now to High C with the teen update. Take it away, High
Went
C.
down, I feel like.
What happened?
There was
catch
two,
us up. We're in the
two
middle of
calls going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry.
Who was the call?
That was Robbie.
Oh, awesome! Shout out Robbie. But
Rob from Texas.
he's not from Texas anymore.
No.
Okay, so
But
the
he
thing about
he
that-
was, yeah. But so you were sitting around one day and you're just like, "Hi, C, teen update." Like that's what came into your brain. It's like I don't know. It was just so weird.
Well, yeah. So I got like what do I have, like dinky advice or something, and then I'm like, what can High C do?
I mean, I don't have any bits, but I don't really need a bit. I don't know what half of these things like. What is
Just pick
what
one
is Tommy
thing.
Westfall's snow globe crossover?
All
What is
right.
What?
We'll talk
I-
about that.
Are these Stampede's notes?
Yes, it was. There's random stuff in there.
Well, yeah, they're random. They're not.
I just realized this is a very awkward setup for when in the old series where I took calls. I was like in my own little thing.
So who just called in?
Rob, Texas, not Texas anymore though.
That should be his new name, Rob from Texas, but not Texas.
Yeah. Like in the old one, I was like kind of isolated, so like the calls could happen. Now I feel like people listening can hear me on the phone. That's weird. Well, we had Mikey D's conference call in the background too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Thanks a lot, Mikey D. We expect a certain level of professionalism here on Monday Night Mayhem.
What do you think of me for? I never did nothing for you, and I'm not about to start either.
He brought us
You brought
juice
me
like
coffee
several
today.
times.
You're such a sweetheart. Okay, so there was this medical drama in the '80s. Mikey D, do you remember Saint Elsewhere?
Yeah.
You do.
I remember it well. Hardly watched it because I wasn't a fan of those type of shows. In fact, if you ask me, those shows and shows like it, nothing but you know what.
Okay. So at the end of the series, do you guys know like this trope now that the whole show takes place in a snow globe? Have you guys heard about this trope?
No.
Is it kind of like theory of Westworld?
I
that
didn't hear the
takes place in a
question, so I shouldn't
simulation?
answer.
So kinda. So they revealed at the end of Saint Elsewhere that the entire series takes place in the mind of an autistic child named Tommy Westfall as he's looking into a snow globe, right? That's the end of the show. What are you laughing at?
Why are you just laughing?
Okay. So the problem with this is that Saint Elsewhere had so many crossovers with other shows that it implies that all these other shows are also the dream of this child, right?
Yeah.
So it crosses over with like these huge shows like the Mary Tyler Moore Show, MASH, all of MASH, the Andy Griffith Show.
Oh, Andy Griffith Show back in like the mid-'60s, early
Yeah.
mid-'60s.
So
I remember them well.
The Bob Newhart Show.
I remember that.
Yeah. So all these shows happened in the mind of this child, according to the end of this show, Saint Elsewhere. If you want to check it out, it's called the Tommy Westfall
See,
Conspiracy.
a lot of those shows you mentioned,
Yeah.
I wasn't watching them. Everybody else was in the whole Northeast or probably across the nation, but not me. I just was not a fan of those shows. I was probably outside doing something else. Just a lot of those shows I just could not dig.
What
Probably because I was watching Mo Howard slap the other two Stooges around. Now that was common. That was TV.
That's what you were watching, huh?
All right. Somebody just texted me, and I'm not sure what the number is.
It's probably cute.
Says-
He's on his phone.
Says,
Shut up.
hey Mikey, tell them the story of how you got the name Mikey D. Cups.
Mikey,
That was back in the day. I think
I don't know if I
who
wanna go down that
radio
road.
That was.
Scary road. The slippery
And
slope.
he says, hey Mike, why don't you tell those guys where they can shove it? All right, so
who is this? This is an aggressive person.
I think I know who it is.
Hey, if you're the one texting Mikey D right now, first of all, you're my hero. Second of all, we'll see if he tells me where to
I
shove
think
it.
it may be one of the cats who had a show over the weekend during the takeover.
Oh yeah, I
that
heard
I
about
was
the
on.
takeover.
Yeah.
You want to tell us about the takeover?
What's that?
You want to tell us about the takeover?
Were you here
No,
for
I
the
wasn't there
takeover?
for it.
Oh.
But I listened to bits and pieces of it.
Well, you know more
Out
than
and
I.
about in my car.
Okay,
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
Mikey D Cups, tell us.
No, I'm not. No, God, no. We can't
I
start.
think you can- That self-explanatory. You just said.
So, you guys, anything going on? Homecoming was this weekend? You guys hear it all?
I was working.
Was not aware it was homecoming.
Yeah.
What?
Did not know.
Oh, your boy is potential local BTV star.
You
Not
are?
really.
Oh yeah, we could hear about the latest with that.
Yeah, I'd work with the Bridgewater Sports Network, and we did the homecoming game this weekend for football. And it was instead of our normal setup, it was the BT Bridgewater TV setup. So it was a whole crazy thing going on, and I did color commentary for that. A fight happened. That was interesting. There were fireworks.
I heard the
After
fireworks
game,
from
there's a fight at the
hall
football
that
game?
night.
Yeah.
Like a fan fight or
No,
football guy fight?
player fights.
Player fight.
Yeah.
Those are always
A
stupid.
lot of
'Cause
punches to the helmet, which didn't
Really?
make sense. So you definitely
that's
hurting
surprising because
your own
usually it's just a
hands more.
shoving match. It's stupid.
Oh, it was like hands were thrown.
That's
Hey
awesome.
guys, just to let you know, Bernie and Chris took over the airways this past Saturday for a little while.
It's Bernie and Chris.
Was it Ernie or Bernie?
Guys from the past.
Guys from the
Radio
past.
shows years
Legends paved the way.
ago. Oh boy, did they pave the way.
They paved the way so we could have what we have today.
Bernie had Road Rage and Chris had
Road Rage. That's actually
for the years he
That's
rode.
Rage?
That's actually a sick name.
Yeah, let's change the name of the show.
Road Rage. Blindly take it after we talk about it.
Welcome back to Monday Night Road Rage.
Wow. I feel like we running out of topics so far.
I
to
feel
talk
like
about.
it's like dragging you guys through quicksand.
Well,
right
you
now.
brought up like a snow globe,
Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry.
I didn't know how to build off
I'm
of a
sorry.
snowball.
I did not contribute at all.
Me
Just-
neither.
that was
I
a
should
tough one.
have, but I just didn't know what to say. But I respect because Mark's the one putting forth the effort.
Oh, the Stampede puts the effort where the effort is
then-
needed. There's no doubt about that.
You guys don't like Marvel movies?
No, Venom was the top movie this week, and I heard it was like not even supposed to be good.
It didn't look very good, but that's not
But
really.
it won in the box office. Like,
Yeah, but that's not really. I mean, what else is out right now that would have won?
First Man.
Me and High Seesaw first, man.
First Man was good. I thought it was actually like a good
that
film.
Moon movie.
Yeah.
Anybody
The
seen
Moon movie.
Anybody seen it yet?
Yeah, I did. I
They
mean,
just said they saw it.
I was there responding to a text.
Put your phone down. You
All right,
Neil.
C-Man.
Oh, I got a
What's
topic
your
to talk
take
about.
on it?
I liked it.
Did you dig it?
I thought it was a very good movie. I thought it portrayed. There wasn't a lot of talking. It was like an actual film where you just kind of looked.
Did any of the Mood Maidens make a cameo
They
appearance?
did not.
There were no mood maidens.
That was at the very end of the movie.
But they cut them out?
Yeah, I think they did. I think they CGI'd
All right,
them.
so I thought this. Mikey D, are you active on the YouTube at all?
I've
Oh no.
catch some things on YouTube now and then.
So, I noticed that whenever you go on like a classic rock page or just general oldish music, all the comments are like mid 40s and up, just adults that are just like either antagonizing youth with their comments of like this is real music. They pick people that aren't like irrelevant anymore, but people that aren't super relevant in the music. Like, is Justin Bieber still super relevant in the music business?
No.
Yeah, and like I don't like him and like other people that just aren't really that like basically 4 years late.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this isn't none of this crap. I forget what video I was watching, but it was one where it was like, oh, they just take that millennials, and they're just, I get it. I'd do it too if I was older, probably. I just think it's funny that they just, it's a
But I
comment
just-
section full of themselves, and
I
they're
just
just
love
yelling at
YouTube.
young kids that aren't listening or
Because
reading.
that YouTube just brings me back to stuff that I saw.
No, yeah.
I was probably at that show I was watching
No, I'm
last
not-
week on YouTube, going back to like
Yeah.
the 70s and early 80s.
Yeah, I'm not
It's like,
bashing
I was
that at
probably
all.
at that show.
Mikey D, you're on YouTube and you don't like our videos on YouTube.
I just like all the comments that are just
yeah.
very out of nowhere of just attacking
You know,
the young
get something
kids.
like the Outlaws, Florida
Yeah.
Guitar Army, something from '77, and I remember from New Jersey, but I was at like Cape Cod Coliseum watching that tour.
Yeah.
Or like then you get to see, dig up in AC/DC up until 1980 when Bon Scott passed on, which they're probably one of the best rock bands of all time up until 1980 when he took the eternal dirt nap.
Eternal dirt.
So one of my all-time favorites, and the list goes on and stuff. It's good that you could dig up classic rock like that.
Yeah,
And just
just-
even other things.
Just stay out of those comment sections,
yeah,
or else
yeah.
you're gonna get yelled at for
Of course.
just being yourself. Yeah, YouTube comment, regardless, YouTube comment sections
It's
are
a
brutal.
Hunger Games type world.
Oh yeah,
Dog
It's like-
eat dog.
Some are very clever. They're
unforgiving.
funny. Some you just see on all of the videos ever, and people think they're original.
Yeah.
And others are just go like out of nowhere. Just
I don't think I'd waste a clever comment on a YouTube video though. Like,
depends what the video is. Like if I don't know, it's funny in relation to what like you just watched.
yeah.
But yeah, those are violent places. Comment sections anywhere, kind of, not just YouTube.
All right, boys. I'm out of the homework dig. I got a 75 on it. That's good enough for me for now.
Hear that, kids? Settle.
Settle.
No,
George
use
Bush
this
said,
as an
George
example.
Bush said it. Even the
Strive.
C students could become president. So
it's not wrong.
No, he's not.
Yeah, but he should be.
he should. But
It's something
I'm
I'm
not trying to become president either. So.
Yeah.
And this is a class that
Thank
is not a good
goodness.
class.
What are you looking at, Stampede?
He's watching workout videos.
This
Yeah.
is just I gotta do something productive. You guys are phoning it in today. Mikey D's not texting again.
We're all doing business calls, dude. You didn't
Yeah,
get
man.
endorsed?
And this episode has been brought
I
to
just
you by
got a
Vape.
Nike endorsement.
Don't smoke.
Shout out Nike.
Vape. Nike, just do it. Did you guys hear James Franco's a creep?
I heard he shoved one of the actresses down in Freaks and Geeks.
I already knew.
aggressively.
Busy Phillips.
Is this like a
She's
recent
a
development,
treasure.
or is this like a?
Well,
I
like,
feel like
she wrote-
I've always known he's been.
She wrote like a book Oh, is memoir the right
A
word?
tell-all.
Is memoir when you're dead, or is that just like a?
I think I'm gonna tell-all.
Regardless, she wrote a biography, I guess. And
Everyone writes a biography.
I don't think you can write anything when you're dead, Q.
well, I guess about them, but that would make sense.
That's a bio.
But basically, she was on set of Freaks and Geeks, and the script had her like shove James Franco character. I guess he didn't know it yet, so he just shoved her back like hard.
He
and,
didn't
like, yelled
know
at her.
it?
It was like, you can't. I'm like the star. I don't know. He seems like an odd.
That
dude,
seems like
but-
he was. Yeah, he is an
Yeah,
odd
he
dude.
certainly does look like an odd dude.
That's funny. That's funny.
I don't see it. Like, I don't see. I don't see the
see it
resemblance. I kind of see it. Maybe the hair. We're talking about high
the hair,
James
but a
Franco.
lot of people could have my hair.
Yeah,
It's
not
that
like a
kind of
crazy
look
haircut.
that's like, he doesn't really know what's going on.
I feel like he never did. Just kind of got born and then just.
I mean, clearly, like, if that story is true, that somebody was like, had a camera on him and he knew he was acting in a TV show, and one of the actresses shoved him, and he didn't know that was supposed to happen, so he shoved her back.
And like it was
Yeah.
probably a playful shrug because their characters weren't like I don't know, but yeah, it probably wasn't like an aggressive like 2 hand to the chest shove, and I guess he just shoved her to the ground.
Freaks and Geeks was pretty good too. If it wasn't like, what, like 20 years ago, right? 'Cause,
I think
like
it was-
James Franco was a kid.
Yeah, that was like the start for it was like James Franco, Seth Rogen, Jason Segel,
Yep.
uh,
Busy Phillips.
yeah, the main girl I can't think of her name, but
Me neither.
I don't know. I'm not gonna like. I mean, he might have done other stuff, but
I think
I'm
it's
not gonna
Judd
bait. I'm not
Apatow,
gonna
right?
say James Franco is a horrible person
No,
for
no,
that
no,
one
no, no.
instance. Because he's just young. He's young and stupid, probably, and probably high on something.
apparently he goes to bars and gets drunk and just yells how great he is a lot.
Okay, that would be a reason to hate him. if he still
Linda
does that.
Cardellini.
Yeah, okay. She was in one of the Avengers movies, I think. But yeah.
Martin Starr. Busy Phillips. Really not a big. There are like some names, but
There's
I guess
like
it was
three.
you got
I
them
feel
all,
like
Q.
Three big ones.
Yeah, not like superstars, but like.
She was in Age of
I'd say
Ultron.
Seth Rogen's a superstar. I'd say.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'd say James Franco's a superstar. Not of
I'd
late.
say he's
but
probably.
he
more
was a
like-
superstar at one point.
His prime was probably more of than Seth.
If
Rogen.
you saw James Franco on the
Some people
street,
just like
there'd
Seth
be.
Rogen better.
I feel like there'd be media around him if you saw him
Yeah,
on the
I
street.
could see that.
I don't think
man.
it would be the same with Jason Segel.
What would happen if you took TV away from everybody for 1 week?
I think people would.
People would have withdrawals.
I think the murder
They'd go on Netflix.
rate would rise.
Yeah.
They'd be on YouTube all day.
Yeah, that's true.
You mean,
Yeah,
maybe it
YouTube, or you'd probably just
you
see
mean crime would skyrocket or what?
a spike in just like alcohol and drug
Yeah,
possession.
it'd be great for every YouTube personality that makes money off YouTube. So their views would just instantly.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause people would watch anything.
But you see these blue lights. I go home at midnight when I leave, and sometimes I just drive around. I don't see, before I go home, I'll drive me far outer reaches of the towns just to get some fresh air in my car, right?
Yeah.
And I'll be anywhere. All the lights are off in the house. And these houses you go by, and it seems like every house has this big blue light on, meaning the TV.
Yeah.
Almost like 24/7.
I feel like I don't watch
It's
TV.
just amazing.
I only watch TV on Sundays for football. I feel like unless I'm like going to watch something specific at a random time, then I don't watch TV. I watch usually YouTube.
Or Netflix. Q and I were just talking about
I don't really
Big
watch
Mouth.
Netflix. Big Mouth is.
Would you call me?
Big Mouth is great.
Yeah.
Oh,
you haven't seen
okay.
Big Mouth. But Big Mouth is.
I'm like almost done with season 2.
Oh my God,
it's a great
hilarious.
show. You should check it out if you haven't yet.
Very accurate.
Oh yeah.
Funny but accurate at the same time.
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah.
So I'm monitoring the social media on Facebook and
At the
Twitter right
loud
now.
phone.
And
All right,
every
one sec,
time
this-
food comes up,
Angle your
Mikey D
mic
has a
this
little
way.
issue.
What did you say? I was the phone was ringing. I'm sorry. I see cream of cheddar cheese and corn on
That's
your thing.
no. I said what I said what I wanted to say.
I was. He was giving me directions, and the phone was ringing, and I was.
So
But,
what's going on with you? I see.
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like I said nothing really. Nothing new. I think I'm gonna take flying lessons.
Hey, that's pretty cool. My dad's a pilot.
Is he?
Yeah.
For like an airline?
No,
or just he just has a license?
just has his license.
That's cool. Where did he fly out of?
What's that one in Mansfield?
Oh, yeah. I might go. I think that's where a lot of the Bridgewater State kids go.
Yeah, because it's like not far.
There's no one. It's in Norton, isn't it?
There's one in Taunton, one in Mansfield, one in Plymouth.
It's like something green.
There might be one in
something.
Norton. There's one in Norton, I think, too.
Was that a call, Q?
That was
No, Tia
that was crazy chicken lady calling back for the first time.
Hey, chicken lady.
She said crazy night last night, and referring Boston sports.
Isn't she
And then
like
that was our
Mikey D's
conversation.
mom
So
or
what,
something?
hey, so what was that chicken lady chirping about on the phone?
Last night, Boston sports. So it was a good
okay,
night. It was a
okay.
good night.
Do chickens chirp?
Hey, is she ever gonna make a
They
cameo
cluck.
appearance on the BIM
I don't think she wants to. I think she wants to be just
as
on
is?
it. Yeah. I mean,
So-
she can't risk going out. You know, people know
Oh, okay. So,
Too much celebrity.
Yeah.
she definitely lives incognito.
with chickens.
Imagine if people saw Glenny D in the town and they know Glenny D's from that show, Monday Night Mayhem.
Yeah.
You get too much media
It's like
attention.
Mayhem. The Mayhem crew does not
Media
show their
attention, yeah,
faces
no
in
kidding.
public.
It's just
Because it'd just be too much.
BTV would start doing like those TMZ type reports, like, oh, DJ High C went to the coffee shop, didn't tip. Are you kidding me?
They find a picture of you when you're like a bunch of pictures. One's like you're like in mid blink.
Yeah.
Like DJ High C drunk in public again. Just one of those tabloids to see when you go like.
There'd just be a hit job on from the local TV station.
Does DJ High C have an alcohol problem?
No, I think he just blinks. Those are the worst. I heard TMZ's actually. I don't know if this is for fact, but I heard it from a professor. They said TMZ is one of the most accurate things because they got sued so much early when they weren't accurate that they have so many lawyers now that they
Have to be accurate.
have to be accurate. But they're accurate, but then they give their opinions, and then their opinions are like outlandish. So it's like,
Yeah, I mean, when I see a news report broken by TMZ, I usually wait to see other things before I actually
yeah,
open
but
that.
apparently they're like the most technically credible. I would never look at TMZ for anything though.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I can see that. I'm looking to start a music break. I'm just
Yeah, we
looking
should
to
start-
what
we
to
should
start it with.
I'd like to make a request.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah, Greta Van Fleet, the Safari song.
You got there first, man. You gotta be quick.
Yeah, you gotta be quick.
What's your request?
Guns and Ships by Leslie Odom Jr.
Check to see if that's not an actual Katy Perry song first.
Guns
that
and
might-
Ships.
It was.
He's looking up the lyrics to make sure Mikey D's.
They rock.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
Or what? era are they
I've
from?
heard they would been compared to Led Zeppelin. That's
Are
all
they
the
like
stuff.
a new band?
I don't know.
You listen to this song, you'll
Mikey D, is this band a new band or is this like an old band?
oh, fairly new.
Fairly new?
Yeah.
That to
Glenn,
me,
Glenn turned me on to him. Glenny D turned me on to him about a couple months back.
Are they like old time rock and roll or like alternative rock now? I don't know. I don't see Mikey D
No,
listening
but
to alternative
they
rock.
got a sort of old flavor to it.
Old flavor?
Sort of
It's always good. Give a little
sort of
throwback.
Led Zepp again.
This is
texting
the
you right now, Mikey D.
this guy.
Make sure Katy Perry's not featured in it either.
Oh, is this from Hamilton?
It's from Hamilton.
Yeah. That's what Chris
All right,
just
this
said.
is probably. I'm
Even
assuming
Mikey
it's
D's
clean then. But
plan,
It's be absurd. the play Hamilton?
yeah, yeah, Aaron
musical,
Burr.
you troglodyte.
Whatever. I'm not
That,
gonna
that
go-
sounded
The
offensive.
difference between those two things is I'm not going to go see either of them. That's like ever.
All right, here's two requests to start off the second music break, and we'll be back whenever it feels right, to come on back. So enjoy that.